team, this is Julia. Tonight I just want to go over a quick question that I am being asked pretty much every single day. I've just had several messages and several people just call me and ask the question, Julia, how do you get people off the fence? I've talked to a lot of people, but they just never seem to take that step and actually order or actually join. How do I keep on following up with them and not be annoying? So I kind of laughed because someone sent this message to me yesterday, and I finally said, I'm going to make a video on this because apparently this is a top subject for all of us. I know none of us want to be annoying. All of us want to help our teammates or help build our team and help build our customer base, but we want people to make the decision on their own. So this is just 3 ways I try to push people off the fence, or I try to follow up with those people. Now, I will say these are people that have already either asked me about Plexus or we've already discussed Plexus. So, what do you do if you've sent them all the information and you just haven't heard from them in a while? So the first thing I'd like to say I do is you've got to keep a list. You've got to keep a list of these people because you will forget who you've talked to, over time. So I have a running list of people who have shown interest or asked me questions, or maybe I've sent them information and we've kind of had a conversation going. And on this, with using this list, anytime my team or Plexus, the company, has a special, anytime they run a special, maybe it's free shipping, maybe it's a discount on the $34.95, anytime I message these people and just a quick message that says something like, hey, I don't know if you're still interested in Plexus, but I wanted to let you know that we're offering free shipping right now. This would be a perfect time to try the products. That's very non-threatening. It's not pushy, but it's letting them know what our deal is. And I've actually had several people thank me for letting them know what the deal is, but they were still not ready to purchase, but to please keep them, in the know. So I think anytime we're offering a deal or special, that's a great time to touch base with your list of people who have shown interest in the company. The second thing I do is I send testimonies. Now, sometimes it is because I run across something, I think of them, and then sometimes I have to go out and search for it. But the first question I ever ask someone when they say that they show interest in Plexus, I say, do you have any health issues or health concerns? And then they'll reply back to me and say, oh, I just want to lose weight, or maybe I have lupus, or my child has eczema, and on my list, I kind of jot those things down so I can keep them in my memory. But if I run across a good testimony of, say, someone with thyroid issues, and my friend I know has thyroid issues, I would just send her in a private message or an email that testimony and just simply say, hey, I saw this and I thought of you. That simple. I'm not asking her to buy Plexus. I'm not sending her my website again. I'm not saying, hey, are you not ordering Plexus? And did you decide you're not interested? I simply just sent her a testimony of maybe a teammate or another Plexus ambassador that, maybe I know or know through the grapevine. And I let her know I thought of her. I'm still thinking of her. And that way, it keeps that communication going. Remember, this is all about relationships. This is all about, good customer service. You want to make sure your customers and your ambassadors know that you're thinking of them. So sending testimonies that they relate to really catches people's eyes. And you might have to do that 2 or 3 times before they decide, okay, I'm ready to try these products. Now, the third way I touch base with someone that's maybe on my list, this is more for someone that I think would be amazing at the business, or maybe they're interested in the business. I love to send diamond documentaries. I have done this since the beginning, and I really just thought everybody did this, but I'm finding out that not everybody uses those diamond documentaries. Now, if you're new, a diamond documentary is just a short little documentary that Plexus makes about each of our diamonds. So each of our diamonds have had, I think there might be 8 minutes long of just telling their story. So one I love to use is Suzanne Clinton's. She joined, with some sorority sisters, Celeste, and I think Jen Hawkins is on there. But I love to send that to my friends and especially my sorority sisters and say, hey, this could be us. That's all I would say. And again, I'm not trying to be manipulative. That Diamond documentary is one of my favorites because Suzanne is so real. Her husband's in the ministry. I just felt like I could relate to her, and I knew my friends could too. And that has gotten a lot of my friends' attention. Another one I love to send, we all have friends who are nurses, and so Sarah Marble was a nurse, so I really love sending her Diamond documentary. If you have a friend that works and they're thinking, oh, I work full time, I don't possibly have time, you send them Rosalind Payne's Diamond documentary. Basically the point is, find a Diamond documentary that relates to the person that you want on your team and just send it to them and say, hey, I saw this and I thought of you. Or, oh, you've got to watch this. This is so incredible. This Roz is on my team. I'm actually on her team. Y'all, there are so many Diamond documentaries out there that can relate to our friends and our family. And there's actually a list on my page it's a Diamond documentary list, and it will give you the name of the person and a little, write up about each person, so you kind of know which ones to send to your friends. You find these Diamond documentaries on YouTube. So again, I hope these tips help you. Those are 3 main things. Send testimonials, send Diamond docs, and make sure you keep up with them and you tell them about our sales and our specials we're running. Very simple. Very, very simple. And I know a timeline is a huge thing. How often do you touch base with someone? I would say once you've sent them the initial email and the information, I touch base, about 3 days later and say, hey, have you had time to look over my information? And most of the time they'll reply back to me. Now, we all have those that don't reply and we don't hear from them. So about once a month, I like to touch base with them. And I can assure you, more times than not, one of these methods will help catch their attention, and they will try the products or join your team. Hope these tips help, and y'all have a good night. Bye, y'all.